Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22, and it's time for round 14 of our Moto3 career mode. It's time for the Red Bull Ring of Austria. It's time for the Austrian GP. So starting in pole position in a qualifying which we dominated, we'll be bringing on the power, and away we go. So Grant, McPhee, Garcia, Onchu, Guevara, Foggia, Masia and Artigas were the strongest in qualifying, and let's see what happens for the Red Bull Ring of Austria. Nice and smooth going into the right hand side for the Niki Lauda curve as we go into the right hander and then into the brand new chicane. This is the only a few times I've tackled this now. I did enough qualifying laps to get pole position and absolutely smash the record, so I thought jump on it and just give it a bash in the race. So we're going to be learning that one as we go, and I still haven't really found my stride in that particular corner as John McPhee attempting a lunge around the outside. Not going to stick it around the outside there, but still, you never know what's going to happen. Now for this Grand Prix I will only be using power setting 2. Got the soft option front to make things a little bit more interesting towards the end of the Grand Prix, and it is a 6-lap sprint race. So here we go then into the right hand side with a very, very difficult turn 5, which of course my track numbers are going to be a little bit out of this one because I'm so used to last year's and previous installments of MotoGP, as John McPhee really wanted to get involved here early on. As we go to the left hand side for turn 7, McPhee flies over the inside, beautiful lunge as I had to just pick it up over the on the crest there onto the left hand side. But now into turn 8, Dennis Onchu just poking his nose into the left hand side there for turn 8, just letting you know he's there but not ready for a lunge just yet is the Turk. Now John McPhee leading this one on board the Husqvarna. Great to see him in action, well, back in action in real life of course, and great to see him here being competitive at the front of this Grand Prix right now. But into the right hand side for turn 11 for the Red Bull mobile corners, we bring on the power. This is a good chance for us to go round the outside into turn 1. I've noticed we are significantly quicker than the AI into turn 1 in this first sector in particular, so let's see what happens as we now go on the brakes. Oh, McPhee wanted to push us wide there, but he didn't quite go for it. Wow! John McPhee stayed on board the motorcycle, but I cannot say the same for Sergio Garcia and Xavi Artigas, who both went down into the first corner there as things are getting a bit heated going into the right hander here for the second corner, as John McPhee beautifully positioned there as Grant fights by Onchu up on the inside and Guevara. A little bit of contact into the side of the CIP Green Power KTM of Matt Grant for your World Championship leader, but Grant fights back, getting really out of shape there. We did lunge ahead of Guevara, but almost smacking into the side of the Scotsman was certainly not a wise decision, so it's a good job we braked a little bit harder. And for some reason Guevara's bike just changed colour there. Is that my eyes deceiving me? Yeah, his bike is doing weird things. Is that a deterrence? Is that a decoy to throw us off? Whatever it is, we're still going to beat you anyway. So Guevara up into the lead, of course, battling here for a Grand Prix victory last season. Let's see what he can produce here with McPhee and Dennis Onchu. He really tried to get to the front, and now he's there. Can he break away? Dennis Foggia behind us, 0.4 of a second. Of course, the victor last time out in Silverstone, and one of the best Grand Prix I've ever recorded. Really thrilling race, and Dennis Foggia, of course, getting the better of me into the final corner is something I'm not going to forget about for a while. But into the right hand side now, Guevara slamming on the rear brake a little bit. Grant tries to go round the outside. Are we able to stick? It's going to get a bit heated here as we go into the final corner for turn 11. Onto the second lap. The heart rate is slowly and steadily increasing. It's up to 114. I think it's going to get a little bit higher than that as the end of this Grand Prix. But to the right hand side, we'll come out with a slipstream. We'll go hard on the brakes there as we go into the right hand side for turn 1. Once again, very calm, very collected for that first corner, and Jana Masia has crashed out in that corner. Whoa, goodness me, Onchu and McPhee just going really slow there. I don't know why he went so slow, but I guess there's nothing we can do about it now. Just try and get ahead of Dennis Onchu going up into the 4th corner. I guess it would have been the 3rd corner, but now changed to the 4th corner. Hard on the brakes we go. Keep it nice and tight to the apex. Beautifully done. I don't think I could have done that any tighter. That was superb. But John McPhee, he looks to have the superior speed, as I almost stuttered there. That was a tough one to say. As we now go into the 5th corner, try and get him on the brake, chucking out the right Alpine Star boots. Here we go then into turn 5. I'm not going to try and pronounce that name for that corner, as that one seems a little bit difficult for me. But into turn 6 and onto the approach of turn 7. There it is. The Sterelgarda Max Racing Husqvarna is going around the outside. Beautifully done from the Flying Scotsman. We'll try and get back up on the inside of him. Great Britain battle here in the Red Bull Ring of Austria as the Turkish rider is just trying to break free. John McPhee don't want it, and neither do we. We're going to try and at least work somewhat together to chase down Dennis Onchu, but I've got to say, John McPhee is a man on a mission right now. If he goes round the outside of Onchu on this particular part, then that guy needs a medal. Absolutely stunning. Oh, completely wide. The ground is touching the rear tyre of John McPhee. I really wanted to go for the lunge, but I couldn't get it back in to get ahead of John McPhee. And on the lap 4 now, for some reason I'm not seeing the fast laps of the race on the left-hand side of the screen. Not sure what's happened there, but I can see my lap times. And we did improve, but also that little mistake going into turn 11 was absolutely huge. I think we were looking at around 8 tenths, 9 tenths a second. What the hell are they doing? Weaving around the circuit into this particular part of the track. That is not good. That's annoying. That's making it too easy. I don't want it to be too easy. I want it to be a little bit more difficult. As I mentioned before, and I'll say again, the difficulty in MotoGP 22 is just not strong enough. 120% difficulty is what I play on a lot of the other content creators, and we need more speed. The AI needs to be better. We've got to make it better. So let's see what happens. But going into the 5th corner now as John McPhee is occupying that 2nd position, but for how much longer? Dennis Onchu looking very strong, very competitive and very confident is the Turkish rider on board the Red Bull KTM Tech 3 team. As we now go to the left hand side, here we go, approaching turn 7. Has John McPhee ran it a little bit deeper? He actually hooked it in quite nicely as he brought on the power once again, but that would have been a track limit warning for Mr. Grant there, the number 47, the man who's leading the World Championship at this stage of the Grand Prix. So we'll bring on the power for turn 9. Onto the approach going into turn 10. Who's going to be the strongest of the breakers as we'll hit the anchors on hard here for right hand side. I went really tight to the apex there. That's exactly what we need to be doing as my heart rate continues to increase. It is continuing to get a little bit tense in here, a little bit warm and a little bit hot under the collar as things are going to get really intense in a moment. But the fastest man on track right now, you betcha, a 1:41.723 as we'll go very firm on the brakes, trying to go around the outside of John McPhee. That's not going to work, surely, as we're running. Oh, we were so close to running it off circuit then. Oh my goodness, look at that crash behind Mino or Toll, I think Holgard. No, Holgard wasn't in there. I didn't see who it was. Was it David Munoz? Not entirely sure. I've seen a good few names go down there as we'll get the cutback on John McPhee on this penultimate lap. The heart rate is racing quicker than the KTM is right now as we'll try and outbrake ourselves going into turn 4. John McPhee playing it stellar performance from John McPhee. I will say, if we need power setting 3, if I leave it too late, I will use it, but for now, power setting 2 until completion if we can do it. Hard on the brakes we'll go then for turn 5. Up on the inside of John McPhee, sliding the rear, looking like an absolute pro, looking like we've been doing it for years. That was absolutely stunning as we'll position ourselves ahead of the Sterile Garda Max Racing Husqvarna and hopefully get to the left hand side and around the outside or possibly in the inside as McPhee gives us the old love tap. Don't argue with John McPhee, gives us the big don't argue, shoves us wide and then tries to regain the position. These 3 are certainly the most superior men in Moto3 right now. Whoa! That was an aggressive move. That was a have it right back at you, pal. Goodness me. The heart rate is increasing. The action's getting a bit rough, to be quite honest with you. And Dennis Onchu somehow still in the lead. Still confident, still cool, still calm. Beautifully done for the Turkish rider. Into the slipstream we will go and across the line for the final time now. Setting us up for a fantastic finish. Can we get the lunge on the inside of Onchu? Braking extremely firm for the Niki Lauda corner. Is it going to stick? Not quite. Kind of. John McPhee. What has happened? Dennis Onchu went super slow there. 4 tenths of a second they lost. 5 tenths of a second. Oh, it's 8 tenths of a second in that corner alone. What on earth did Onchu just completely reduce acceleration for? Why? I have absolutely no idea, but we now have freedom, clear track. The heart rate is relaxing a little bit and now it's down to us. Power setting 2 will remain. John McPhee in 2nd, Dennis Onchu in a very solid and valiant 3rd place, but he deserves more in this one. He's been so competitive, so strong. He deserves more. Dennis Foggia, Guevara, we've seen them earlier on, but not much of Dennis Foggia, but Guevara was right up here with the best of them. So strange results so far in the Red Bull Ring of Austria. But ladies and gentlemen, this one is not quite over yet. 3.5 tenths of a second. I crashed here in qualifying, so it's good to get through that one without the worry of crashing there as we get 2.5 tenths of a second. John McPhee is flying. The Flying Scotsman is charging. He's charging up. Where is he going to be? 1.5 tenths of a second as we now go into the approach for the final 2 corners into the penultimate corner. If we get this right, we're good. We're not quite golden yet. We've run it a little bit deep. 2 tenths of a second separates McPhee. Does he have a lunge into the final corner? Oh, he's so close. The Husqvarna certainly thought about it, but never mind about that. Grant takes another victory in a stellar season. Across the line, the rookie wins once more and extends his championship lead. So guys, another stellar Grand Prix here in the Red Bull Ring of Austria and here in MotoGP 22. John McPhee holds on to 2nd position and Dennis Unchu takes 3rd place in a thrilling battle that really should have gone on to the final lap. Well, look at the championship standings now. Grant has extended his championship lead now to 50 points clear from Dennis Foggia. That is a 2-race advantage ahead of the Italian and a further 3 races, or a further 1 more and 3 races ahead of Tatsuki Suzuki in 3rd position. And a quick glance at the team championship now. CIP Green Power doing what they can and doing their best to try and reduce the gap, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to reduce it any more than just 17 points behind Leopard Racing. And the rest of the teams in a massive dogfight for 3rd position. But that's it guys, another part Ferme, another podium, another Grand Prix victory for us this season. The season has been absolutely excellent for us. It's been too easy, to be quite honest with you. We really need an AI difficulty boost, but I've got to say this, really enjoying this one. Hope you guys are too. If you are, let me know in the comment section down below. If you're really enjoying it, hit the like button and also consider subscribing for a lot more DrAce content. Thanks for watching and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.